You know, I was thinking, unless you've been living en masse for 20 years, you will have heard of Andrew Lloyd Webber's hit show Phantom of the Opera, and finally it's hit the community theatre circuit, and Windmill Theatre opens its season of it on Friday the 21st of June at the lovely Drum Theatre in Dandenong. And playing the pivotal role of the heroine, Christine, is rising young Melbourne soprano Kate Amos. So, Kate, you've been welcomed to 3MBS, so now we're going to put you on the hot spot. And the first thing I want to know is, what's it like to be doing an iconic show like this? This is hardly an unknown show where you can make it up as you go along.
It's absolutely fantastic. Phantom of the Opera is, as you say, such an iconic show. It's been running for about 26 years straight on Broadway now, and it's always been a dream of mine to play Christine. I've always loved the musical. I think my fondest memory is I had a double disc CD that I think my mum bought when she went and saw the musical in West End in London, and I had that in my room for years and years and years, and I just used to play it over and over again. And I didn't really know the show at that time. I was probably about 13 or something, and so I've just always known the music, and the story, I think, is so moving, and I think that's really what draws so many different people to it, because it's so sort of iconic and accessible, I think.
I think basically it does hook them in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we all know it works as a professional show, but can a community theatre group do it justice?
This is the big question. I think Windmill Theatre Company are absolutely amazing, and I have never worked with them before, but I think you're halfway there with a show if you get the cast right, and I really think with the cast we have, it's really quite outstanding. And I think sometimes people think amateur theatre and think that the singers must be amateurs, you know, because maybe they haven't been able to break into the professional world or something like that, but that's definitely not the case with this show. I mean, I think most of we've got a wonderful Phantom in Richard Thomas and Raoul and Chris Buchanan. We have opera singers, Cassandra Beckett, and who's playing Carlotta, and Robin Barbaro playing Piangi, and it's really a wonderful, wonderful cast, and we have a good budget, which I think is important because it is a very lavish show, but also our crew and the way our production team has gone about producing this, I think it's going to do it definite justice.
Well, you've certainly got a good cast. I mean, those names, of course, I've heard Robert Barbaro over the years. I've heard Cassandra Beckett a lot. She's done a lot of leads in music theatre, so she's beautifully suited to the role of Carlotta. And you, of course, are beautifully suited to the role of Christine. And yes, you said this is the achievement of a dream. We all have those childhood dreams, and not all of us actually get to achieve them, but you have in this case.
Yes, absolutely. And I probably didn't think it was going to happen so soon either. But this is by far the biggest show I've ever taken on, and it is a huge role, but it is a wonderful dream, and I think it's something a lot of people, a lot of sopranos aspire to, but not everyone necessarily
Fits the role.
Well, that's probably exactly. So I suppose, you know, in a way, I'm lucky. And I hope that I will do it justice.
I think it certainly, and we'll hear in a moment, it will certainly suit your voice. And I think you want to say to people that I know every singer says, oh, but I'm so much better now. But we are going to play in a little while a recording of you singing. But it was recorded quite some time ago before you've gone through this process of rehearsrsal, which of course makes it a lot better. So it will still be brilliant, I'll tell you, listeners. But I'm just soothing Kate here.
Yes, no, that's right. We recorded at the end of end of last year, right after casting was done, and so we hadn't gone into the rehearsal room yet. And since then, with our fabulous director, Chris Hughes, you know, we've done a lot. So, you know, there's a whole other side.
As you would hope. Well, just briefly, you're finishing your honours degree in classical voice at Melbourne Uni, but you've got something very exciting coming up in a few months.
Yes, I do. At the end of last year, I was involved with the Italian Acclaim Awards, and I won a study scholarship to Italy to study at the Fondazione Pergolesi Spontini, which is theatre in Iesi, and I'll be there from September to October this year, and I'll be studying with Italian conductors and Italian soprano Valeria Esposito, and so it's really, really exciting.
And I know you've had a lot of requests from people, can they carry your bag? So a lot of people would like to go. So what other dreams, in about 2 seconds, do you have for the future? You've achieved playing Christine, so what are some of the other dreams?
Oh, look, my problem is I think I love too many genres of music, but I absolutely adore opera and doing Phantom, music theatre. I love that. And I love operetta, as you know. I've done a bit of GNS, and so I think if I can have a career that somehow encompasses all of my loves, that would be amazing. But singing at Covent Garden, at the Metropolitan Opera, that sort of thing really would be a dream.
You must aim high. Why aim low?
Exactly.
Kate, finally, what do you want the audience to be feeling when they walk out of the Drum Theatre having seen Phantom of the Opera?
I hope that the audience will have been swept up and taken away in the wonderful story, in the beautiful music by Andrew Lloyd Webber, and I hope that they will see a production of a professional standard and feel that we have really done the show justice. It's the Phantom that everyone knows and loves, but we've got a little bit of a spin on ours that will be different to other productions, a little bit of creativity and originality. So it's got a very slight sort of modern feel to it, but it still has everything that the Phantom fans with a PH know and love.
Oh dear, I'm sure it will be wonderful. And for our listeners, performances of Phantom of the Opera from Windmill Theatre are at the Drum Theatre, Lonsdale Street, Dandenong, which is the old Dandenong Town Hall, but it's a lovely theatre these days. 8 p.m. Friday 21st and Saturday 22nd of June. Then it runs Thursdays to Saturdays until Saturday 13th of July. Matinees on Sunday 23rd and 30th of June and 7th and 14th of July at 2 p.m. Tickets $39.60 adults, $35.20 concession, and you can book by going to either www.drumtheatre.com.au or you can call 9771 6666. Now, for one lucky 3MBS subscriber, the company has given us one double pass to give away for opening night, Friday, 21st of June at 8 o'clock. So if you'd like to go to Phantom of the Opera as 3MBS's guest, then ring us now, 9416 1035. 9416 1035. While that's happening, we're going. Kate, what are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to sing Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again.
Wishing you were so